And yeah, I got like a t-shirt for it, and they asked me like a bunch of random surveys, and I think I got access to like the PlayStation Home beta like way before it was supposed to come out. I got access to like the Metal Gear Solid online beta. So it gave me a lot of like little bonus things that I sort of remember. So I'll read that in a sec. I actually am interested. I'm just want to kill this boss.
It's on now.
There it is. Hurry,
Okay.
Cloud.
The PlayStation 3 used to have a feature where you can install Linux. Sony removed that with an update. A hacker that was respecting the PlayStation community found a way to restore the features. Sony sued him. Then anonymous hacker, anonymous hacked Sony for suing him and stopped their attacks when it was impacting gamers and not Sony themselves. Then another hacking group caught wind and saw how weak the PlayStation's security was, and the hack unfolded. Okay. One thing I remember clearly about that was
The camera.
there was that what was it called? PlayStation Security. What was the thing called? Oh yeah. Do you remember folding at home? Where you were supposed to like leave your PlayStation 3 on so that it could do protein folding math, which I'm convinced, because it was sitting there basically using the PS3 when it was inactive, probably.
Cloud.
Yeah, folding at home was a thing that you could do protein folding for the purpose of helping out. Let's see. Yeah, you could help out with protein folding that would help supposedly cure cancers and things like that. But the issue with it is that it definitely used a lot of the CPU power just kind of idling. So I'm pretty sure that it helped, wear out PS3s prematurely since they were just doing it when they were supposed to be idle. Like, I did it not knowing, you know, how much it was actually, like, wearing on the PS3. And I'm like, I kind of wish it hadn't, because it may have actually been partially what wore my PS3 out early. But yeah, you can still do it, and computers are way more efficient now. It's just, at the time, it was one of those things that it was suggested that you do to, you know, help out with, like, scientific research. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it had a negative effect on PlayStation 3s.
Spot on, Cloud. Okay, 2 down.
Just one more left. Let's go.
So again, how do I get here? Wait, is that it right there? Yep, that's it.
Dangerous fiends may be in the vicinity. Exercise caution. Rare desert saw-hugging berries. Commencing guidance protocol. As their name suggests, these saw-huggers are closely related to those found living in the sewers of Midgard. Though they have been adapted to the desert, they possess the same intelligence and social skills. Serve hunting groups. They never try to stealth. Their protective carapaces are so tough, and the warriors of Cosmo Candy once fashioned them into shields. I would imagine those shields offer them a measure of offense as well. Remember, Saw-huggers is always a rare. Care not to fall prey to their tactics. Best of luck. Come on! Keep it up! Here it comes! Come on! Keep it up!
No more playing nice.
It's nothing.
Let's see. Just trying to make sure that I can do this in the time limit and still get all the bonuses.
Here we go. Calling ice.
Why didn't that work?
Take the lead.
Good luck. I'm your one-stop clobbering shop. Not now.
Come on.
Why did that not work?
Got your teeth chattering.
Why did that not work? I know ice is their weakness.
My turn. You're as good as dead. Gotcha.
There we go.
Excellent work completing our combat objectives. Though I suspect it wasn't much of a challenge.
So yeah, it's glad to know that there was, you know, security measures taken about it, where I feel like Microsoft just kind of pretended like it didn't happen.
And importing it into our simulator.
I designed a combat trial just for you.
While it is true that you provided assistance, I am the one who created it.
Nope.
At any rate,
Don't believe
give
you.
it a try.
Definitely think that it was because my is absolutely Okay, I have this weird theory that, you know, maybe Chadley is like non-binary or trans and created Mai as like an idealized version of what Chadley wished they could be. That's just my weird headcanon about it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm feeling. Okay, where did the little brown one go? I hear it. Yes, come on, stop getting on the rocks. Stop glitching up and go where you need to go. Where are you leading me, brown chocobo? There's where you're leading me. Okay. That was a very crappy route to take there, brown chocobo. But as a cute little brown chocobo, you get to be petted. I'm trying to determine, is this chocobo actually brown or is this chocobo just really, really dirty? Alright, so we need to do these in a different order. This one apparently is next, because... Actually, which one is first? So I've done 4. So my guess is that I've done 1. Okay, let me take a look at this. No, I wanted to examine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, okay, let me get a tip on this and make sure I haven't screwed this up. Let's see. Tower 4, Tower 6, Tower 3. Okay. It's like around here. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, Chadley gives a lot of the things of, like, you know, kind of, like, constantly, like, oh my god, you know, like, you know, like, how, you didn't do that, yeah, and just has kind of, like, this weird nervousness about him, or her, and, you know, is very, very socially awkward, and, you know, just gives me kind of weird vibes that I'm like, and then creates Mai, and it's just like, I created Mai. Mai is like the best AI ever. I'm like, did you create like your video game persona that you wish you were? Like so many of us did?
Wait, there's a gate. How are we supposed to get past it? Or is there another?
Hey, Mechas. How you doing?
Forgive me. You'll need a key. It slipped my mind.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at home.
There's no need to make such a fuss. I simply wish to see this with my own eyes.
He says he wants to see it with his own eyes, but as far as I can tell, he's got, like, blindness level cataracts in both eyes. I might have actually fixed some jank today.
It would appear the spring has all but withered.
Because my CDI wouldn't open its disk drive, and now it does.
Later.
Yeah. 5, 8. Not looking good. This thing isn't picking up much.
I see.
I replaced its little rubber band
Still
that makes
too
it open.
soon to draw any conclusions. Let's try another
Opens really
location,
slow,
shall we?
but it does.
We may yet get encouraging results. Go on ahead. I will catch up to you when I am ready.
Hey, what do I have that's jank on the N64? Most of my N64 stuff I consider just kind of good. I don't really have that much jank for the N64. So what makes that Mission Impossible game jank in particular? Told you it's really bad. Okay. I don't remember it very specifically. I feel like I might have played it. It's been at the game store for about 2 years and nobody bought it. Okay. So this live stream. How do I get here? Let's try it here. I'm not even sure what I have that could be considered jank on the N64.
Honestly, what are they like?
I will say one thing that creeps me out about this entire... The Moogles in this game really creep me out. And I say that they creep me out because, have you played many games that have Moogles in them, Macas?
Please bring back all the Mooglets for me, Kupo.
Yeah, why are the Moogles in this koala bears? That's what creeps me out. Like, they're not koala bears in literally any other Final Fantasy, but they're weird koala bears in this game. Yeah, they're very, very koala bear-like, which just feels wrong to me in this game. Yeah, like, they're not supposed to be koala bears. They're their own thing, but they never looked like koala bears before this. Let's see. Why didn't one of those N64 Retro Brawl controllers and Mission Impossible still there, so you buy it as well? I've wanted one of those controllers as well, because while I do have 2 functional N64 controllers, one of them is a very rare variant that I'm like, do I really want to keep using this? And another one just has a floppy stick, so I'm just like, that's the thing, is I feel like I'd like to have one of those, especially since the N64 controller is kind of weird in its design, and always has been weird.
You're a lifesaver, Kupo.
Yeah, I almost ordered one on Amazon when I needed to just bump up shipping, and I was just like, nah, I don't have a good N64, nah. But now that I do,
There's only one
yeah,
more left to
I might order one.
You've come so far, Kupo. I hope that you'll see it through.
Okay, yeah, let me show you why I find the Moogle so creepy.
Over here. Over here.
Let's see, I need concept art of a Moogle from literally any other game.
Over here.
Sure, here's the one out of Final Fantasy IX. That'll do. Where's my stream? Shut up. Shut up, thing. There we go.
Over here.
Save. So, as a prime example, we're going to add this image here. And
Kupo.
add an image. Create a new one. Add source.
Over here.
Come on.
Kupo.
Come on, hard drive, load up. I know you got a lot of crap on you. Come on. There we go. Where is it? I just saved it. Where is it? Here it is. So yeah.
Over here.
Here's what a Moogle should look like. What?
Over here.
What the hell is this monstrosity?
Kubo.
Like,
Kubo. Anything interesting catch your eye, Kubo?
yeah, like, what the hell is this thing? That's a freaking koala bear in a headband. That is not a Moogle. I'm just seeing if they have anything new that's cool. That seemed actually pretty good. Empowerment. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, I don't think we need any of this. But yeah, that's just my point. Is like, the hell is with that Moogle? It just looks wrong.
Did you find anything you like, Kubo?
It's like a koala bear, like cosplaying as a Moogle for some reason. So my issue with the original N64 controller is mostly just that they're flimsy, like really flimsy. So, like, if you play it for any significant amount of time with an original controller, that stick, it's not even like, is it flimsy, or is it loose, or is it floppy? It's more of, when is it going to get floppy? When is it going to be loose? When is it not going to work correctly? And that's what gets me about it, is that it's like, it's kind of an inevitability that it will have issues. And yeah, everybody looks at it, it's like, oh, you know, it's so weird, you don't end up using this. It's like, well, yes and no.
We're in monster territory now.
The thing about it is that you hardly ever use the D-pad, and when you do, it's mostly to just, like, clip it for one function.
Visual and auditory senses. The copper wire tracks prey through vibrations in the ground, unleashing a relentless stream of precise attacks with the
Oh yeah, I'm very used to it. I'm just saying that most of them have aged really poorly just due to the age. Like, the controllers are often very, very worn out by this point. Okay, nice.
We're counting on you to help us find out. Victory is all but guaranteed.
You're mine.
Yeah, the N64, it was not my first console by a long shot, but it's definitely a console I played a fairly large amount of, and, you know, beat Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and, you know, a couple others on it, so I absolutely have a lot of experience with it. It's just, yeah, most original Nintendo N64 controllers by this point have had a lot of use, and their sticks, instead of being like, are more of just like flop, 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 flop whenever you try and use them. So picking up one of those Brawler 64 controllers or one of the knockoffs of the Hori controller at this point in time is probably a good probably a good move, just due to the age of those controllers. Yeah, the only issue with replacing them with the GameCube style joysticks is that those have been found to be less precise over, like, when you're trying to do a motion. Like, if you're trying to do motions like this, absolutely they work great. But they have a tendency, if you're trying to make a motion that's like that subtle, like if you want to make Mario walk in Mario 64, they have a tendency to be not quite precise enough for some of those motions. That's the real only main issue with them. But yeah, overall that is definitely a good way to use them. Yeah, sadly, a lot of them just have a lot of damage, especially if somebody, owned Mario Party. Yeah, the first console I had that was mine was, the GameCube. Well, technically it was an N64, but it was by like 3 days, and I didn't actually play it until after I had my GameCube in my possession. But I did get an N64 off eBay really soon after I turned 18. Actually, I think I was barely 17 at that point. But I got it just so that I could play Majora's Mask, because one of my friends she had an N64, she didn't have the expansion pack, and her mother refused to buy it because she thought it was useless. So I didn't get to play Majora's Mask at her house, so I ended up buying an N64 with an expansion pack specifically for that purpose.
So we have a wee chef, eh?
Hey, welcome in, Joe DNS. I'm not sure why that didn't work, but there we are. A lot of my alerts have been broken, but yeah, thank you for coming in. How you doing? What were you playing? Pretty good. Just playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth here. You're playing hard mode. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually played through it. And I've, just been trying to, do pretty much all the areas. And so, yeah, just going ahead and doing this. But yeah, thank you for raiding in.
Currently, a survey of these ruins is in progress, but we suspect they were built by the ancients, or others like them. Perhaps you could conduct an investigation of your own while looking for the transmuter chip.
So, is it the first time you played it, or have you played it before? Because while I have beat Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I've completed 7 many, 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 many times, this is the first time I've ever played through Rebirth. Okay, it's up top. How do I get up top? So you've completed it 2 times, but it's a different animal. Okay, that alert worked. Yeah, I've been having an issue with alerts. I'm just curious, you know, have you had anything where like your alerts have been messed up at all today? Because yeah, I've had some issues where some of my alerts just aren't triggering for some weird reason. Yeah, like one of my viewers cheered, and I had to manually do it, and then that raid command didn't trigger. I had to manually re-trigger your raid. So, yeah, something screwy with Twitch's alert box today. Yeah, just trying to do as much as I can in here. I played the card game a fair amount. Actually, what is your opinion on the Queen's Blood card game as a piece of the game? What do you think of it? Also, thank you for the follow. Okay, that was everything Chadley wanted me to find. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to like it more, but when I first played it, I was like, this is awful. Because when they first showed you it, they really didn't explain, like, what the squares were and, like, how they controlled and, like, if you have a red square, like, how it interacts and all that. So it was, to me, very, very vague when they first introduced it. And so it really confused me. And then I was also, like, let me pull up one of the cards. Yeah, it really confused me how, like, you see it's got that white dot and then the yellows. I was like, okay, I understand that. But for the longest time, I was thinking, like, I was playing it on some sort of, like, easy mode, and they were actually going to introduce the 2 more rows, because, like, if you look at that, that's a 5x5 grid, where, the actual game you play is a 3x5. So I was thinking that, either I was missing something or, I was somehow like playing it on easy and it was going to, expand later on and I'd have to learn how things work in, that second extra row that would somehow eventually appear.
Okay, guys. Gloves up.
Rare golem variant detected. Commencing guidance protocol.
And also sometimes I feel like I've won, and then, the opponent plays a card that's like, oh, I enhanced this, and then, like, it enhances some other one, and then enhances some other one, and, like, suddenly I've got, a 13 I need to play against out of nowhere.
Unclear why they would have left a construct in a place like this. We even never know. After the disappearance of their masters, the golem's foundation prepared.
Yeah, and I've never played through this, so I don't know where this game ends, and I'm trying to, stay as spoiler-free about it, of where this ends, and I'm very happy that each change, let's see. Okay, so yeah, I'm really glad that, this game has added and changed a lot of stuff, and wasn't just like a straight one-to-one remake. I'm actually really glad about that, because I've played through the original so many times that at this point it would probably just, I don't know, feel a little tired, because I know exactly what to do in Final Fantasy VII, the original, to beat it. Yeah, because right now the game has basically told me go summon Sid and have him take you somewhere else, but I haven't actually bothered to do it yet because I'm
It's on you.
kind of working on getting all the stuff in this area. Yeah, I've actually got no, I've probably got like 4 copies of the original game if you count PC and PlayStation 1, and I've also got it digital on Switch. So yeah, I've played the original a lot. I'm very, very familiar with it, and I'm very glad that there's changes and additions to this. Cloud, we need you. Okay, Yuffie's actually got something, so Yuffie can do an art on it. And let's see, you've got the ability to arrow for infinite mana. There we go. But yeah, I've got Final Fantasy VII, both greatest hits over on that shelf. Here's a Black Label copy.
Magnificent work, Cloud. Have this region's fiends proved a fitting challenge?
One glance at the data will tell you they are clearly no match for him.
I don't recall asking you. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to have a conversation with Cloud.
I think Mai is such a great character.
Cloud, if you're in need of a challenge, know that another combat trial awaits you.
You try and 100% everything on your first playthrough. It takes work, but you love this game that you didn't mind. I'm trying to do all these like little side events. I have to admit there's some of them that, like the combat trials, that I just feel like for some reason they're unrealistic or they're just too annoying to complete multiple times. And so yeah, I've absolutely half-assed some of them. I've also, not gotten perfect scores on some of the training courses, but I'm fine with that. Doesn't bug me. I'm more of just I want to do it to the level I feel comfortable with. I've never been a 100% completionist. So yeah, I'm just doing as much as I feel like doing. Okay, how do I get over there? Okay, this is the wrong rock formation. I will say one thing that's definitely a little tricky in this game and almost a little annoying. Is that some of these maps are not clear, how you get to each area. Like the Gongaga region was horrible for that. I really struggled figuring out how to get around the Gongaga region map. Like right here, I can't figure out how to get to here or here. Yeah, there's only a few games that I ever actually platinumed. I'll do it if it's reasonable, but there's plenty of games where platinuming something is just ridiculous. How do I get there? Okay, let's fast travel to here. And we're going to try and get to here. Okay, this is this cave. Yeah, if you want to look at it, let's see here. If we're going to talk trophies. Let's see. Okay, that's not the full trophy list. So if we're going to talk trophies, you can see right here I've got 4. I did it on 4. That's it. And I'm fine with that. I did it to Spider-Man 2. Let's see. Walking Dead, the Telltale series, because, again, that was doable to me and didn't take, a ton of time. Undertale on the Vita. And then the other Walking Dead game. So, yeah. Those are the 4, and I'm fine with that. I'm not against it at all. I totally understand why people want to do it. It's just usually is not my thing to, spend the time to actually get a platinum on a game unless the game makes it, decently easy.
Oh no! Where did all these
Got no
monsters
time
come
for
from?
small fry.
Hurry! Spring!
You're at 192 according to the PlayStation Network profile. Dang. Yeah, I've got 4. Yeah, I haven't actually... I know your profile, I could look at it, but I haven't actually, looked at yours, even though I have you on the friends list. But... yeah, it's just not something where I usually focus on that very heavily. And I only did it in Spider-Man 2 because
Come down now.
Spider-Man 2 was essentially beat the game and do a few swinging trials. I mean, Macas, if you want easy platinums, Walking Dead, the Telltale game, the first season, if you got it on its own, would give you a platinum, and then Walking Dead, the full Telltale series, will give you another one, and then Undertale is literally beat the game and give all your money to the dog shrine. So yeah, those are the easiest ones I've gotten.
Or perhaps it is on the verge of awakening.
Garfield lasagna party. Of course you would, Macas. You're like...
Wait, is it just me, or
You're like the...
does that sound like a weapon?
I don't know the generic... You're the monarch of jank.
If that were the case, then maybe... Right, yes. We have not a moment to lose. We must continue our work.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima I haven't actually completed. I have it, but I didn't actually beat it. because at the time I streamed it and what did that say? Yeah, activate. So what do I need to do to this one? Why can't I activate this one? Okay. Weird. So you didn't want to go looking for flags. Okay. Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, I was saying I was playing it on stream about a year ago, actually. And in doing so, I think I played it like 7 hours and not a single person came in. And I was realizing, at least while I was streaming it, I had really nothing to say about it. I was just like, well, this is a good game. Yep, riding a horse. Still riding a horse. Alright, let's kill those guys. Yeah, I just didn't have a whole lot to say about it. So, unfortunately, I ended up just kind of putting it on essentially indefinite pause while, you know, I've been doing more of that. You have the platinums for 2 Bratz games. I feel like everybody around me plays more jank than I do. Especially Macca's. Macca's is the monarch of jank. Well, I mean, I did intentionally invite some of you from another person's channel who happens to be named Janked Jesus, so yeah. I'm not too surprised. Yeah, I remember the first platinum I got was actually that Walking Dead game, and it was really early on, like right when they started adding, you know, trophies to games. So I just kind of assumed that like every game would give you the trophy for like just, you know, beat the game, and that's how you would get it for pretty much every game. And so it was actually a little surprising to me when I would beat some games and it didn't give it to me. And then I learned, like, some games you have to really jump through hoops to get, you know, the platinum trophy on. I know there was actually a couple games where the platinum is essentially impossible at this point. Because I know a few of the games out there had things that were like, you know, fight the game developers. And some of them, you know, it was like, well, the game is dead and nobody plays it and it's been years, so how are you going to fight the game developers online? And the other thing is, you know, some of those games people realize, like, okay, you need to be able to actually be able to achieve that even after the developers have kind of given up on it. So they made it to where you could instead beat somebody who had then at some point beat the developers in a match. So it was kind of like cumulative. So it's like if, let's say, Zelda beat a developer in a match, and then years later I beat her in a match, and then Retro Toaster beat me in a match, and then Joe DNS beat me in a match, each one of us could still get that trophy, even if the developers no longer cared. But there's some games where they didn't enable that, and so you pretty much are just screwed because the developers have just given up on playing their own game, and so now it's just impossible to get some of those trophies. And yeah, there are some games where I've refused to bother to get the platinum because it's something like either it takes more skill than I've got at the game, or it is one of those things that's like, get 17 kills in a, 3 versus 1 match on this specific map, while only using the pistol. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I only bother to get the trophies and or platinums on something that's either easy or I have a lot of fun in the game. And also I haven't really done the thing that I know a lot of people have where they're like, okay, I'm going to play this straight garbage game simply because it gives an easy platinum. Yeah, I see that is that some games that have only online trophies that you can no longer acquire because, say, the server's dead, yeah, you just do whatever you can. Oh. Is that an airlift right there? I'm going to go to here. The only way you were able to do Need for Speed Undercover was because of that. Because of fan servers. Does that game have online-only trophies that, the official servers are dead or something?
Out of our way.
Okay, Scorpion. Why are you being such a pain?
Call me idle. That's it.
All set.
Okay, Yuffie, I need you to do... Can you do a Kuragaga? No, you can't. Alright. Give Yuffie your best cure. Why did you not do that? Alright, where's the Phoenix Draft? Alright.
Good to go?
Here I go. That at least put up a fight. How do you like this?
Alright, now we need you to do a fire spell. Alright. And now we need you to do the doppelganger.
Go forth and kick butt.
And then we need Tifa to, let's see here. Mist Mega.
For you.
Alright, so we're going to go abilities. We want the ice. And now we are going to use the fire. Now we need to ice you just a little bit. All right, we want Cloud to do Firebolt. Didn't you do the Grand Theft Auto 5 Platinum like 2 or 3 times on multiple consoles? So let's see here.
Whoa,
I know you snuck a shot of me earlier.
nothing sneaky about it.
Is that so? Hey, let's get a selfie together.
So
okay?
what was the problem with
Come
Super
here.
Meat Boy?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is great. It's one of 2 Grand Theft Autos I actually finished the story of.
Aaron. Nothing. Let's take the photo and go.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah, like some of the ones for Street Fighter 4, 5, and 6, I just didn't have the skill. I plain and simple didn't have the skill. Yeah, like some of the things on what game? Yeah, the Street Fighter games are like, you know, do every combo training with every character, and some of those combo trainings are like, you know, low punch somebody and then hit them up into the air and then jump up there and hit them and then hit them again and then hit them down, and as they are bouncing up, hit them again and then do a super and then like cancel into an ultra, and then once the ultra is done, you know, you have to then hit them up in the air and then hit them down and then do a cancel into like a fireball and do a cancel into another super. And I'm just like, not that good at Final Fantasy, or I'm sorry, not that good at Street Fighter. Just ain't it happening. I didn't actually find Grand Theft Auto 4 fun as a game because of its physics engine. And yeah, Grand Theft Auto 1, did I ever play Grand Theft Auto 1? Not sure if I ever did. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4's physics engine I always felt was super jank. Because yeah, you would like lightly bump something, and you just go like flying out the windshield and instantly die. And I'm just like, well, this isn't fun. There we go. Okay.
Wow, it looks exactly like the photo they gave us.
Yeah, most of the Telltale games are beat the game.
Guess we gotta get these back to Caesar, huh?
I probably could have also platinumed the Life is Strange games, but I just didn't fully bother, because a lot of those were just like, you know, beat the game, but also find the hidden pictures, and I didn't do all the hidden pictures. Yeah, Undertale and the Telltale Walking Dead games are essentially beat the game and, you know, do one or two other little things, but are essentially just beat the game, which I'm perfectly fine with that. Where are my controls? There's my controls. All right, that's better. Sorry, for some reason my my controls, like, you know, snoozing ads and, you know, rating channels and things like that were just missing for a second. Oh, this is how you get there. Okay. You're only one trophy off of Vice City Definitive Edition, but because the stunt jumps is glitched and won't trigger, you can't get that last trophy. Yeah, those definitive editions were really janky. Minecraft Story Mode was an easy platinum. Yeah, that was a Telltale project. I actually knew somebody who worked on some of those Telltale games. She actually was working there for some of those. But she did some testing and art for some of those games, including she actually had I think she was like head art lead on the Michonne game. She went on to work for like Google and was working at the Stadia department, and was telling me that even internally, they didn't communicate crap about what they were doing with the Stadia. And she only found out that they were going to shut down the Stadia division like a week before the public learned.
Make way, coming through.
So You have pretty much every Need for Speed Platinum that is possible. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too surprised with, you know, how much you've played a lot of Need for Speeds. And Macca's, what are you staring at there with your little stare emote? Yeah, I still would like to, I still definitely would be up for playing through Need for Speed Most Wanted to its completion.
Yes, I can understand it. I'm Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, Leonard Nimoy and your creepy stash with your beeping rock. And thank you again for that. I think that now is the one of the bit alerts that has probably been triggered the most. I'm still very happy about the one of me doing a silly little dance and it playing the Human Money song, though. That one was fun to create. Yeah, I saw the Arthur South Park thing and I was just like, why? Why? Like, it feels so weird and out of context. It's not one of those things where it was like, oh, you know, he's watching TV and he's inspired by, you know, like, Northern Field or, you know, something obviously mocking South Park. It's just like Buster out of nowhere is just like, you know, thinking about stuff and suddenly it's South Park. And I do like the thing that's like, oh no, they squished Buster. And the like subtle reference to the like, screw you guys, I'm going home, where she goes just like, well, I'm gonna get out of here. It was definitely a great parody, but it was very strange that they even did it.
One local folktale goes like this. Rejuvenated, the crimson worm gave forth a mighty roar. Thus was the very land rent in twain, and the canyon born. Truly a tale befitting a god of destruction, don't you think?
Were their parents divorced? It's x square triangle xx square triangle x. Okay, x square triangle xx square triangle x. Okay. Nailed it? Nailed it. Okay. Thank you for that. I still need to make a GG emote that's silly. I was thinking Comic Sans. Like, really fancy looking, but written in Comic Sans.
I must confess I have reservations about making Bahamut Arisen any stronger. I cannot decide if this development is positive.
Like, this one's really good, but that's not mine.
Though you have yet to obtain the requisite materia, as I recall, you'll first need to confront the Divine via the combat simulator.
Well, that one works too. That's the thing I've been a little bit struggling with as far as either adapting or making emotes, is trying to make them legible at the smallest possible size. I mean, these, like, this one's a meme, this one's a picture, but this, and this were all drawn by my girlfriend, and she does make, you know, she's willing to do commission of them, but we'd have to look into, you know, what the current rate is, as she hasn't done any in a long time. Where is this? Alright, how do we get back there? Okay. I think I see. In the right area? No, I somehow missed it. Okay, so I see a platform. Where is... Okay, there's that platform. What does it align with? So you read that it was expensive to produce, so they had to do toys and have advertisers get more money, and people didn't like that, apparently because it was a PBS show and they didn't like marketing for some reason. Yeah, I heard that a lot, that, you know, one of the things that what was the show I'm thinking of? Reading Rainbow. That they were constantly, like, almost every single year struggling to not be canceled. Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow. That's the very shortened version of it. I was very happy to meet LeVar Burton and actually talk to him about Reading Rainbow. And you could tell he had a huge passion for that show. And you could tell that he was actually kind of upset that it did eventually get canceled. Oh yeah, Fred Rogers specifically went to, was it Congress or was it the Senate? But anyway, he went to one of those. And, I mean, you can watch the video online where, yeah, he was basically just like, hey, you know, this is needed to make sure that we have education for children, and it's a huge value. And, you know, fought really hard for it. As, you know, it's really great that he was willing to do that. Because, yeah, I forget which president came into office and, you know, got a bunch of, I think it was Republicans in there that were just like, yeah, you know, we don't need this. This is a waste of money. Why have we been burning money on this, bitch? And I was like, and so, yeah, he basically single-handedly did that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I get here. Because I see like a jungle back there, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell I get up there. Okay. So that platform over there. So that's where you have to go from. Let's see if I can figure out how to get up there. Because that's definitely where you go. Okay, here we are. Yes, Chocobo? Was it that far back? I thought it was more like Ronald Reagan or Nixon. Oh, it was in the 60s. I thought it was more recent. Yeah, I thought it was like Reagan or yeah, I thought it was like in the 60s or the 70s or 80s. Like I was gonna guess Reagan or the very end of Nixon. I mean, I'm not surprised with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was not a very good person. Okay, so to do this, I need to go from here up there. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, there's a jump platform. Okay. So this jump platform to here. All right. And so I need to somehow get over there. Yeah. And I feel like PBS really taught me a huge amount, especially, and I will debate that by the time like Arthur and especially Caillou were around, that it had declined. Because in the 90s when you had Square One and 321 Contact and, you know, Sesame Street was actually good, and you had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, later Where in Time, all those, it was fantastic. Like, it was really good education back then. And, you know, I feel like a lot of PBS went more and more and more towards, instead of being super educational, went more towards, like, dramas and, you know, like toddler education. I would say peak PBS was absolutely Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. That I feel like was the best thing PBS ever cranked out. Educational on geography, fantastic music, you know, actually fun. You know, you could legitimately get into it. Like, you could actually be on the show. It was amazing. So, I think, yeah, the best thing they ever cranked out was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the game show. But Caillou, ugh. And also I feel like they really fell hard, where Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was amazing, but Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood is patronizing toddler junk. Yeah, kind of. I feel like the beginning of the end for PBS's quality content was when they introduced Teletubbies and Booba, as well as that Sesame Street became the Elmo Show.
You're in luck, Cloud. I've uncovered the location of a dangerous fiend. A vicious dragon seems to have awakened in the Cosmo Canyon region. You must slay it, ere the fair earth is dyed an even darker red.
I forget which it was. It might have been Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.